In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a bash script. But before that, let's change the hostname to something called UDEMY. So I'm going to use hostname ctl command and then provide the hostname command, and you have to give the hostname that you want to change. So it will be UDEMY or UDEMY in our case. Let's press enter. It changed. I think if we exit and if we open the terminal again, it should be changed. Okay, since it worked, now our hostname is UDEMY. So I think we can start. Let's create a directory under opt local, and let's say here it will be shell scripts. This will be our directory name, and I need to use the P option because we're creating a lot of directories. Press enter. It cannot create, yes, because we have to switch to a root user. Let's do that. And here you can write again make directory opt local, let's say shell scripts. This is the directory that we're gonna store our scripts. So let's change to this directory local shell scripts. And right now we don't have any files here. Okay, now let's create a shell script. But how we're gonna do that? Basically, shell script is nothing but a text file which contains bash commands. It means that we just need to create a regular file. So I'm gonna create a file touch. Let's say that the file name will be first script. And we can provide sh extension. So this is the extension that is generally used for the bash scripts. However, it's not necessary to add this extension to your scripts because it will work without sh extension as well. But of course, it's the best practice. Therefore, I'm gonna use this sh extension here. So our file is created. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open it with Vim editor. Go to the insert mode, and the first line in the shell script will always be shebang character, which is hash and exclamation mark. And then you need to give the interpreter path. So in our case, it will be bin bash. It is because the bash is located under bin directory, and we have to give this path. So in very simple terms, the first line means that whatever commands I'm gonna write in this file, it will open bash and execute those commands. So for example, if you write the Python script, then you're gonna give the Python interpreter path here. For example, in our case, it is bin bash, but for the Python, it will be, let's say, Python, and usually it's under user bin Python. But we're gonna keep it as bin bash. Let's add some commands here. I'm gonna say echo, which is basically print. So it will print, let's say, this is my first script. If you type echo and then add nothing, it will just print empty line. And let's say echo the current date is, we have date command. I'm gonna write date here. So it will run this date command. Let's save the file. There are two ways to run the script. The first is using the relative path, and the second is using the absolute path. So let's start first with the relative path. So I'm gonna use dot, which is the current directory, then /, and then you have to provide your script name. So it will be first script. It says no such file or directory. Let's do ls. Okay, I saw the mistake that here it is dash, but actually we used this underline. So I'm gonna use dot / first script.sh, and now it gave another error. It says permission denied. And if we check the permission of this file, we're gonna see that we have read write for the user, read for the group, and read for others. So basically we don't have execute permission, but in order to run the script, shell scripts, you have to give the execute permission to your scripts. That's why I'm gonna do that. We're gonna use change mode command. Let's clear the screen. So change mode plus X, it means that it will give execute permission for all, I mean for user, for group, and others. And then provide the file name and just press enter. Let's do LSL one more time. Yes, now we have execute permission, and as you see that the file is green now. And if we run it, so /first script, press enter. Okay, it works. It says this is my first script, and there's empty line, and the current date is July 13th, whatever time it is. I'm gonna show you a few things as well, so let's open this file one more time. And let's say we have to give some comments. In bash script, you can just type hash, and after hash, whatever you write, it will be ignored by the bash interpreter. Let's say that I'm gonna say this script displays the date and time. You might wonder, everything under this hash sign will be ignored. Why we have this hash sign here? So it means that this line will be ignored as well. Of course no, because here this is the interpreter, and you have to keep in mind that this hash and exclamation mark is kind of the just one character. So that's why it's called shebang. And let's do a few things here. So I'm gonna say echo. Let's say it will give us the memory. Sorry, not here, but we're gonna say the memory info. And let's do echo empty line, and after that let's say free-m. So basically all these commands are just bash commands. We're just writing these commands on the bash script. And maybe we can also add some symbols here. Let's say okay, I think that's enough. Let's save the file and let's run it one more time. Yes, seems it works. So it prints the date and then it prints the memory information. Here we just saw that we run the script using relative path, but actually we can also use absolute path. So in order to do that, you can do it this way. Basically, we are in the opt local shell scripts directory, and under this directory we have first script.sh file. And if you give the absolute path, so it will be opt local shell scripts and then your script name. If you do that, it will run the script as well. So I think that's all. If we try to sum up everything, this script is just a text file which contains bash commands to be executed. I think that's all in this video. Bye, and I will see you in the next video.